Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and today I'm at Green Valley Country Club as we're taking a look at an annual golf event, but also an annual event for Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Bureau. Mike Bowman, who's the CEO, he's been the CEO for several years, will join us to explain how everything is starting to come back. Maybe not quite normal to what it's been, but with tourism and conventions, Montco again is making a statement. And Montco's always made a statement when it comes to golf. And we'll talk to Jeff Surratt. He's here today. Jeff is the executive director of the Philadelphia Section of the PGA. So stay with us. We're here today at Green Valley in Montgomery County for the annual golf event of Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Bureau. What's coming up next? Right here on Inside Golf. The 25th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit montcogolf.com. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By Gap, celebrating 125 years of amateur golf. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Yes, we're at Green Valley, and we are with Mike Bowman. As promised, Mike, for several years, has been the CEO of Valley Forge Tourism Convention Bureau. How you doing? I haven't seen you in person.
Doing great. It's great to see you, Harry.
I know. I see everything about Valley Forge Tourism. You know, you watch a Phillies game, you see the Main Street thing come up there right behind home plate. Yeah. You were saying before we started this that really helps. It drives some business on your internet, huh?
It's our customer. We've always been close with professional sports in the Philadelphia market because they're the people who have the money to spend, who want to travel, who want to make last-minute decisions. So we talk to them. We're at the Phillies games, we're post-game Sixers games, we do things with the Eagles. We're all over the place. We've always been that way.
All over the place, and it's been tough times the last couple of years because of the pandemic. Yeah. Are you seeing now everything start to come, and I don't want to say be normal, but be normal?
I don't know what normal is, Harry, but I can tell you what we're seeing is people are traveling. People are going to travel no matter what. We're looking at the best summer we've seen in years right now with bookings. And that's in our backyard, that's the whole tri-state area, that's the Poconos, that's the shore. People are just getting out. They want their kids to make their decisions. Our entire summer campaign is built around the kids and families, and the kids saying, Mom and Dad, this is where we're going, and this is why. But yeah, we're looking at great economics right now. The numbers are strong. The challenge is corporate business. Until people get back to their offices, that's going to take time. The weekends, the social business, the gatherings are through the roof.
Yeah, well, and it'll probably be some sort of a hybrid because, it's tough to change new habits. And
absolutely.
What's happened because of the pandemic is going to take a while to, like you say, what is normal anymore? Talk about the numbers, though. What, $1.65 billion is poured into the economy of Montgomery County strictly by tourism and conventions, et cetera?
Yeah, so when you look at 53 golf courses and the King of Prussia Mall and the historic Valley Forge National Park, there's over 35,000 jobs that equate to tourism before the pandemic. We're catching that. we're coming back to that. It's a stimulus. It's a driver. And it's the restaurants. It's Uber. It's overnight stays. It's iFly. It's things to do. Montgomery County is really set up right now for a bright future. I'm excited. I love my job. I love my staff. You surround yourself with the right people, you'll do pretty well.
This guy has a little energy, doesn't he, huh? He has to. Every day, it's another adventure for Mike Bowman. Good to see you.
Thanks, Harry. It's great to see you, and you are the man.
Oh, and by the way, thanks for everything you've done for us over the years, a corporate sponsor of Inside Golf.
We love your
Have
show.
to mention that.
We love your show.
Well, we love it when you're on it.
Well,
Thanks,
thank
buddy.
you. It's great to see you
Well,
again.
happy, come on, teed off, you know?
I will be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you have an answer for any question I pose. Thanks, Mike.
Again, it's great to see you.
Cole Smith is the executive director of APGA. It's maybe a golf tour that a lot of people aren't that familiar with, but more and more, Cole, in the short history, 11 years, 12 years, more events for the APGA from 3 back in 2010.
That's right.
Now you're up to 18 this year. Your second year back in Philadelphia. You'll be at Bluestone in September. Tell us about the APGA.
Absolutely. As you stated, Harry, APGA Tour started in 2010, and now we progressed from 2 tournaments to 18 tournaments this year. We're happy to come back to Bluestone Country Club. Valley Forge Tourism has been great. The guys are excited to get out and play this course. It's challenging in its contour. The guys are usually playing the longer courses, but they certainly love playing a challenging strategy course such as Bluestone Country Club. The APGA Tour not only looks to put our players on the PGA Tour at the highest level, but also in the business arena as well. We're also very fortunate to work with youth around the country. We partner with First Tee, and we look to introduce kids to the game of golf, teaching them life skills. Also, we have a discussion around career development for kids. Also, we speak about health and wellness with our kids. So we're really excited about all facets of the APGA Tour and the APGA Foundation.
I understand you arrived here in Philadelphia today after being down at a Billy Horschel-sponsored event that the winner got a nice little paycheck. And tell us about not only money, but a chance to up their game a little bit, maybe get on a PGA Tour event.
Oh, absolutely. We're so fortunate to have Billy Horschel partner with us. Largest prize money on the APGA Tour this year, $125,000 purse. Willie Mack, back-to-back champion. Willie walked away with $40,000 this year, so Willie's very excited. We played TPC Sawgrass, very challenging course, and again, we are super happy and delighted that a number of our courses are TPC courses, and we partner with the PGA Tour on those courses.
If I'm correct, last year when you were at Bluestone for the first time, it was also the first time that the APGA Tour was in the northeastern part of the country.
Definitely, first time ever for us. Again, we're excited to get back here. This is going to be a regular staple for our tour, and we look forward to the challenge. We also love coming here in the fall. I think that's one of the best times of the year to come back to the eastern United States. It's just gorgeous.
Well, Bluestone can't wait. We can't wait. We'll be out there. Cole, thanks for joining us today, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you so much, Harry.
Well, we're going to go a little political on you. Not really. Ken Lawrence is one of the county commissioners for Montgomery County. Ken, good to see you again. What does tourism mean? Since we're here at a big Valley Forge tourism event, what does tourism mean to Montco?
Tourism is a huge industry in Montco. It's a $1.2 billion industry, a driver of a lot of jobs here, so very important here in Montgomery County.
Yeah, we know, too, about Montco Golf. That's been a slogan for several years. You're a golfer, so you can appreciate golf in Montgomery County as well.
53 golf courses. One of my goals is to play all 53.
I mean, you haven't yet?
Not in the same season. I do have a wife and kids, so that interferes sometimes. But we have some of the best public and private golf courses in the state.
Right, and it comes to restaurants and hotels. Are we seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for like that industry coming out of the pandemic?
I really think so. I was out this weekend. I'm a big proponent of our breweries and distilleries and wineries. I was out in Ambler. People are coming out. First Fridays are coming back. The summer's coming. Weddings are back. So, yes, the industry is really coming back strong.
Ken, always a pleasure. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Harry.
Do you think this Valley Forge vacation was your idea?
We've been controlling us the whole time.
This racing game is great, but nothing beats the real thing.
That sloth you think I love so much gets me a free trip to the zoo.
They don't know they're hungry yet, but I do. I'm starving!
Charlie, works every time.
Just wait until you see what I plan for the next trip. Visit Valley Forge, where kids make the rules.
The oldest state or regional golf association in the country hits a milestone this year. GAP celebrates its 125th birthday. Celebrating amateur golf since 1897, GAP has evolved to include 300-plus member clubs, more than 90,000 individual members. It offers events for males and females of all ages and ability levels. GAP continues to uphold its mission to preserve, protect, and promote the game of golf. Happy birthday, GAP. And welcome back to Inside Golf. Here we are at Green Valley. We got Jeff Surrett, who is the executive director of the Philadelphia Section, PGA America, back with us. Mike Bowman from Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Bureau. You two guys have kind of formed a little bit of a partnership. You're working together with the Tourism Bureau, and tell us about that a little bit, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't thank Mike and Jake and Rachel and Megan, the entire team enough. We really got together last year during our centennial. They leaned into what we're doing here in the section. When you look at our map, I mean, there's over 50 golf courses here in Montgomery County alone. Over 20 of them are public access golf courses. And so, when you think about golf and the heat map of golf, Montgomery County is certainly one of those.
Yeah, Jeff. We'll be able to talk about it maybe a little bit more in detail. But you and I earlier in the show, Mike, were talking about how golf is a big part of leading the way in terms of people getting out, getting away, and distancing from the lockdown and everything else that had to do with the pandemic. And he sees it more on the front lines, I guess.
Yes, sir. So with the uptick in golf, I mean, it's been written about, it's been talked about, and certainly everybody that's in golf is benefiting from it for sure. Right?
Oh, without a doubt. And people think of golf as just golf, but remember, there's events, there's gatherings, there's family, there's weddings, there's bar mitzvahs, and that industry, that business is through the roof. But we applaud Jeff, and he's very humble. He is a true professional for this industry. We're very lucky to have Jeff with the PGA because they do a lot. Tell them what you do for community. You do a lot of events for DI, talk a little bit about yourself.
Well, the big part of our relationship this year is all around diversity and inclusion. So obviously, golf itself is making a big push to be more diverse, for golf to look more like our community. So, with PGA Reach Philadelphia, with our 3 core pillars of youth, military, and diversity, the Visitors Bureau, reached in, leaned in. They're part of our Pro-Am, they're part of our Women's Championship, they're part of our 2 Pro Lady events. So, really, a big kudos and thank you to Mike and the team for leaning into some of the projects that we have going on, trying to diversify golf. And Megan's she's a star now. She's going to be a golfer, right?
Teaching Megan how to play golf.
That's right now.
Make
golf your thing. Yeah. Megan's in.
Talk about diversity in golf. Recently, not far from where we are, over at the Union League's Liberty Hill and Lafayette Hill, Montgomery County. PGA Works was there with a 3-day event that you had a lot to do with. The local section, PGA of America, Seth Wall, who heads up the National PGA, was in town to talk about it. It was a great event. In fact, a little sidebar to that, the fellow who won the individual honors, I think his name was Greg Odom. Greg Odom left in a hurry after getting the trophy and participated in a PGA Tour event down in suburban Washington. How cool was that? He's from Howard University, and how cool was that?
Yeah, so he played in the Wells Fargo the day after. So the PGA Works Collegiate Championship, formerly known as the Minority Collegiate Championship, it's been going on now, I think it's 35 years. So this year, it was here in Philadelphia at Union League, at Liberty Hill in Torresdale. So we had a youth day on Saturday where we had almost 100 kids come out, gave them some golf lessons. There was a Beyond the Green career expo event at the Comcast Tech Center on Sunday. And then we had over 200 student athletes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the championship. So it was amazing to be a part of. Really glad the PGA of America asked us to lean into that event. So it was a ton of fun, and to see Howard win the team championship as well, and Mr. Odom won and then headed out to Wells Fargo. It's a pretty cool story.
Pretty great. How about a follow-up? Is there any chance that we'll be seeing that event back in the Philadelphia area?
We hope that it'll cycle back. I think right now they have the next at least 3 years planned out. They're going to Shoal Creek next year, but hopefully, as Comcast stays involved, it'll make its way back to Philly.
Another Montco golf event, maybe. Who knows? Get this guy. Get Seth Wall hooked up at lunchtime with Mike Bowman. Done. Deal.
That'll be great.
All right. Good seeing you guys again.
Thanks, Harry.
Hi, welcome to What's Brewing. He's Joe Sixpack. I'm Glenn Mack. Now
Montgomery County's known for a lot of things: tourism, golf. How about beer? Well, we are with the experts when it comes to that. Glenn Macknell, no stranger.
Hey, Harry.
To TV and radio. How are you doing, Glenn?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you here.
And Joe Sixpack, you guys work together, much like we do a show every week. You guys put one out on What's Brewing on NBC Sports Philadelphia. So,
not sure if it's work. It's fun. We drink beer together.
Well, yeah, as long as you don't drink too much, I guess, at least in front of the camera. Glenn, was I right? Montgomery is really known for its beer as well as all these other things?
Montgomery County is a real hotbed for beer, Harry. There are so many breweries throughout the county, small ones, big ones, just tremendous variety, and it's a really growing scene, which is terrific.
Yeah, Joe, the six-packs are trending in the right direction then in Montgomery County, huh?
They are, absolutely. I mean, it seems like every single small town in Montgomery County has one or two of its own breweries. You can easily do a beer trail on your own, go from one town to the next and hit, in an afternoon, if you got the stamina, you could hit a half dozen or more breweries very easily.
And we've done that.
Yes.
Well, and you've been involved. You used to have a column in the Daily News, correct? So you know the history of Philadelphia when it comes to beer. Were you even surprised by the reaction you got to what's going on in Montgomery County?
A little bit, because most of the big brewing advances have been in cities themselves. Montgomery County and the suburbs lagged behind, but boy, when it came around big time and just exploded.
How did the pandemic, or did it, impact what breweries are trying to do?
Oh, I think it did. I mean, because, so many places that relied on people coming in for a long time, that couldn't happen. So the way it impacted, I think, Harry, is a lot of places started canning and bottling and selling outside or selling directly from their door. And so there are a lot more places now where, now that it's open, fortunately, you can eat inside, but you can also take out.
There you go. So you're the, I guess maybe not the 19th hole, but the 20th hole for golfers in Montco. And, hey, if it's 20, what difference does it make, right, as long as they come in?
You can always toast your game over a cold one at any Montgomery County golf course, I imagine.
Okay. And you'll be happy to know the show 5 years now, going into number 6, and back on the air here on NBC Sports Philadelphia in the fall.
You got it.
Perfect time to stop by, see these guys, go to the 20th, 21st, 22nd hole, whatever you want to do. Glenn, Joe, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Next, it's our teed off panel. You all right? I said, yeah. He said, you're hitting free. I'm like, come on, Phil, I didn't get a breakfast ball. I didn't get a lunch
With
ball.
everyone having lunch, pretending like they don't see what's going on.
Everybody's up there like, who is this guy? Welcome back. Inside Golf now continues with Teed Off, and our panel today is once again assembled on the back deck. We're outside here at Lulu. Perfect conditions for golf or to talk about the game of golf like we're doing here on Teed Off. More information about Lulu, memberships, etc., go to their website. It is lulucc.com. Remember at Lulu now for I don't know how many years, but every time we show up here to do Teed Off, he's with us. I'm talking about Jim Sullivan.
Thanks for having me.
Sully, always
Welcome.
a pleasure. Making another relatively new appearance here on Teed Off is Jeff Moore, also known as Moose, and he is with Swing It and Ding It, the podcast. Your numbers are going up, I'm sure. You have some great shows once a week. You can find it, the website. Give us some info.
Social media or just anywhere you listen to your podcast, Swing It and Ding It. I'm just filling in for Harry Mays, really. That's all I do.
Well, you got small shoes to fill. Only kidding, Harry, only kidding. And Matt Fry from the Philadelphia Section, PGA He is Director of Communications. Sully, let's begin with you on this topic of most embarrassing thing or things, maybe if you want to make it plural, that have happened to you on a golf course.
Well, definitely not as bad as what John just described to me as his worst, and I've never fallen in a bunker like Matt Flannery. But about 20 years ago, when I was playing mini tours and trying to figure out if I could make a living playing golf, I Monday qualified into the tour event that was at Waynesboro. So it's in my hometown. I'm feeling like $1 million, right? I'm, happy, proud, the whole thing. And I go to the range on Wednesday. And if you remember the guy that Tiger Woods beat in the Canadian Open when he hit that fairway bunker shot over the lake, his name was Grant Waite. So this is the high point of Grant Waite's golf life until he ends up 2 spots down from me on the driving range. And on my second shot with a sand wedge, trying to hit a 50-yard shot, just like a warm, your second shot of the day, I didn't see it happen. I heard about it afterwards, but I apparently took a divot about this big that floated 20 feet over and landed on Grant's hat, brand new white hat and shirt, smearing with, just a big, I couldn't have felt smaller, Harry. In nothing I've ever done in my life I've hit terrible shots, played terrible rounds.
What do you say to him?
I got out of there as fast as I could. Are you kidding me? I didn't say a word. Unbelievable.
He probably doesn't know you're the guy.
I ran into his caddy a year later and asked him if he was there, and he said, yeah, I was there. And I said, I felt so stupid. He said, Grant's as laid back as it could be. He couldn't care at all. So credit to him, but I got out of there as fast as I could.
How about it, Jeff?
I gotta say, I was playing Blue Heron. There was a big group of us, all kind of backed up on the 3rd hole, and I hit a driver, and it just goes way left from the start and stays left. And all the neighbors happened to be out, and I smoked the garage door as hard as you could hit it, and the noise was deafening.
No windows, though?
No, but like everyone's looking, and I drove right over and accepted my
Did
role.
they ask you to sign the ball?
No, but I had to work on that. And then we went back next year, and there was a huge net that went down the left-hand side, so I feel like I at least helped the course.
You cost somebody some money.
The other one is secondhand embarrassment. We go to Mirabel in Scottsdale, private course. We have no business playing this course to begin with. We get there, we're rushing. Day we land, my friend Tony Camerata. We hop in the carts. They're nice enough to set us all up, take off, and he just sideswipes one of the golf carts right on the way out.
Good start.
And the guys are just looking, and they'd give you one of those, just go.
Yeah.
Just go. And that was the start of our Scottsdale guys trip.
How about that? You haven't been back since, I guess?
No, neither place. No, not allowed.
Right. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, I was interning. I went to Eastern Kentucky University's PGA Golf Management Program. I was interning in the Poconos, actually, at Lake Naomi Club. They have a 9-hole Timber Trails golf course there. And I was driving around the golf course during one of our junior days. Kid hits a ball off a tee. He didn't yell 4. I got it right here, right under my eye. I was very lucky. I didn't
knocked
get
down
hit
the
in
whole
eye.
deal?
I was in a cart, but yeah, I was bloody. So I was going into the golf shop, and of course, kids were freaking out because I had blood all over me, which isn't great. But the funny part is, later that week, I actually got to go play Bethpage Black, which is like an hour and a half from Timber Trails. And I looked like I was trying to be like 50 Cent or somebody because I had a little Band-Aid underneath my eye. And it was just this little white kid going to play golf. So.
Wow.
Looked
How
tough.
about that?
Yeah.
I had an embarrassing moment at Philly Cricket. First hole at Philly Cricket. And the tee markers there are like cue balls. They were. And we weren't playing the forward tees. We were playing the members' tees. But the forward tee was like maybe 15 feet, 20 feet in front of where we were. And there's some guys up there having lunch, and I'm with a good friend, Phil Gilligan. And my turn to hit, square up and hit the ball, grounder, but on the fly hit the forward tee marker, and it's like this big, okay? It's literally a cue ball, right back into my chest.
Oh my gosh.
That's a penalty. Right?
Yeah.
According to the rules.
Moral and actual.
What is it? I'm hitting 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the
yeah.
tee. And first hole for me was enough of a challenge because my buddy Gilligan says, you all right? I said, yeah. He said, you're hitting 3. I'm like, come on, Phil, I didn't get a breakfast ball.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lunch
With
ball.
everyone having lunch, pretending like they don't see what's going
and
on.
everybody's up there like, who is this guy? But hey, it happens. Stuff happens. Anytime you get out there, you never know. Some are worse than others. Thank you, fellas. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf in a moment. Designed by Donald Ross, Lulu Country Club is one of the premier private golf courses in Montgomery County. This classic 18-hole course boasts a new state-of-the-art clubhouse with many amenities for members to enjoy. Members are invited to play in events, tournaments, and enjoy guest privileges. For more information, contact membership at lulucc.com.
While most drivers spend their lives going from point A to B, in America, we're all about point X. That's why our most versatile BMW X-Range vehicles are proudly manufactured right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The BMW X-Range, your next X-Venture, starts here. Order your new BMW X3 at your local BMW Center today.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Inside Golf from here at Green Valley Country Club. I hope you enjoyed our little visit with Mike Bowman and his staff of the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Bureau. They have been a long-time sponsor of Inside Golf, not just for what they do for golf in Montgomery County, but also all the other things they do for making Montco a big destination. Like the sign says, make it happen on Main Street in Montgomery County. I'm Harry Donahue, and remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. And we'll see you next time next week here on Inside Golf. The 25th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit montcogolf.com. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By Gap, celebrating 125 years of amateur golf. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.